Pain, it's the one thing we all wish we could avoid. The one feeling that makes us question everything, our strength, our purpose, even God's plan. But what if I told you that the very pain you're feeling right now is not punishment, it's proof? Proof that you're being transformed. Proof that something sacred is happening within you. Proof that the old version of you is dying, and a stronger, wiser, more divine version is being born. You see, transformation is never comfortable. It's never easy. It's not wrapped in soft words or peaceful moments. Transformation feels like breaking. It feels like being torn apart from the inside out. It feels like everything familiar is slipping away. But that's how God works. He doesn't transform you through comfort, He transforms you through pressure. When gold is purified, it's placed in fire. When diamonds are formed, they are pressed beneath unbearable weight. And when God shapes you for your destiny, He uses the language of pain. Pain becomes His tool. It becomes His way of saying, I'm not finished with you yet. So if you're hurting, don't assume God has abandoned you. Don't think your suffering means you failed. It could mean the exact opposite. It means He's doing something deep inside your soul. He's peeling away what no longer belongs. He's removing the layers that have kept you small, fearful, and limited. Because you can't carry your old self into your new season. Sometimes, God allows pain not to destroy you, but to destroy what's destroying you. He allows you to walk through storms that reveal your strength. He allows you to experience heartbreak that teaches you to love deeper. He allows you to lose things that were never meant to stay. It's through pain that your perspective shifts. Before the pain, you prayed for strength. Now, the pain is what gives you that strength. Before the pain, you wanted clarity. Now, the pain has opened your eyes to see truth. Before the pain, you trusted your plan. Now, you trust God's timing. Every tear you've cried has watered the seeds of your transformation. Every sleepless night has softened your heart for what's coming next. Every disappointment has redirected you towards something better. So instead of asking, why me, start asking, what is this teaching me? Because pain is not random, it's divine. It's a sign that God is refining you, purifying you, preparing you. The pain you feel is the evidence that you are evolving. You are being stretched, molded, and reborn. Think of a butterfly. Before it can fly, it must first go through isolation. It must endure darkness inside the cocoon. It must completely dissolve before it can take form again. That process looks like destruction, but it's actually transformation. The pain of the cocoon is what gives birth to wings. And that's what's happening to you right now. You may feel trapped, forgotten, or broken, but what if this is your cocoon season? What if this is where God is creating something beautiful inside of you that you can't yet see? Transformation doesn't always announce itself. It's silent. It happens in tears, in stillness, in surrender. It happens when you decide to keep going even when nothing makes sense. It happens when you trust that God is still working, even when you don't see any progress. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. You are not losing, you are being led. You are not falling apart, you are being rebuilt. Maybe right now, you feel forgotten by God. Maybe you've prayed and heard nothing. Maybe you've cried and seen no change. But understand this, silence doesn't mean absence. Sometimes, God is silent because He's busy building. He's working behind the scenes, constructing the miracle that your pain is making room for. When Joseph was thrown into a pit, he thought it was the end, but it was the beginning of his destiny. When Moses wandered through the desert, he thought he was lost, but he was being trained to lead. When Jesus hung on the cross, it looked like defeat, but it was victory in disguise. Your pain has a purpose. It's not meaningless. Every ounce of suffering is shaping your soul into something eternal. Pain strips away your pride. It humbles you. It teaches you dependence on God. It reveals who your true friends are. It removes your illusions and grounds you in truth. Sometimes, God lets you reach the end of yourself so you can find the beginning of Him. Maybe right now you're walking through fire, but remember, even fire has an assignment. It burns away what cannot last. It leaves behind only what's pure, what's strong, what's real. The version of you that will rise from this pain will not be the same. You'll speak differently. You'll love differently. You'll pray differently. You'll move with more grace, more faith, more purpose. You see, you can't grow without discomfort. You can't become who you're meant to be without letting go of who you were. Pain is the bridge between the old you and the new you. And crossing that bridge hurts. But it's necessary. God is not ignoring your tears, He's collecting them. Every drop is sacred. Every ache is a seed of transformation. The storm you're in isn't proof that God left you, it's proof that He trusts you. He sees something inside you strong enough to endure it. So instead of running from your pain, start listening to it. What is it trying to tell you? What part of you is God trying to heal, reshape, or strengthen through it? Sometimes, pain doesn't mean something is wrong, it means something is right. It means your spirit is outgrowing its old shell. It means your destiny is calling, and your old comfort zone can't contain it anymore. Transformation hurts because rebirth always does. The old habits, the old fears, the old ways of thinking, they're dying. And death, even spiritual death, is never painless. But you can't carry your past into your promise. This pain you feel, it's sacred. It's holy ground. Because this is where you meet God not as your provider, but as your potter. This is where He molds you with divine hands. This is where He breaks the shell of your ego and replaces it with humility, compassion, and strength. You may not see it now, but one day you'll look back and thank God for every painful moment. You'll realize it was never wasted. That heartbreak that almost broke you, that's where you found your healing power. That loss that shattered your plans, that's where you found His purpose. That betrayal that crushed you, that's where you learned who you really are. The pain didn't destroy you, it revealed you. It showed you the strength you didn't know you had. It taught you faith that isn't based on blessings, but on belief. You are being transformed in ways your eyes can't yet see. You're becoming who you were always meant to be. You're not breaking down, you're breaking open. And when the transformation is complete, you won't even recognize yourself. You'll walk with peace. You'll move with clarity. You'll speak with power. Because the pain you once cursed will have become the foundation of your purpose. So don't rush your healing. Don't despise your process. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Your transformation is personal. It's between you and God. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Keep surrendering. Because the pain you feel right now, it's not the end. It's the beginning of something new. You may be in tears, but those tears are watering a garden you can't see yet. You may feel empty, but God is filling that space with His power. You may feel broken, but He's rebuilding you into something unshakable. Hold on, because soon you'll see that the pain had a purpose. That every wound was a doorway. That every scar was a testimony. The pain you feel is not punishment, it's transformation. It's the evidence that you are evolving. That God's hand is still upon you. That He's preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. And one day, when you step into that new season, when you see the blessings that came from the breaking, you'll finally understand. The pain wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to awaken you. It was proof that you were being transformed by the very hands of God. And when you finally rise from the ashes of everything you thought you lost, you will see the fingerprints of God all over your story. You'll see how He used every broken moment to build something unshakable within you. You'll see how what once felt like a curse was actually a divine correction, an invisible hand steering you toward destiny. Because transformation never happens on the mountaintop. It happens in the valley. It happens in the nights when no one is watching, when your heart is trembling, when your prayers sound more like whispers than faith. That's where God's power takes root. That's where His presence becomes real. Pain strips away your illusions so you can see truth clearly. It removes the noise of the world so you can finally hear God's voice. It teaches you to depend on grace, not control. And when you stop fighting the pain, when you stop resisting the process, that's when transformation accelerates. Because surrender is the soil where growth begins. Every wound carries a message. Every heartbreak carries an instruction. Every season of silence carries hidden lessons that your soul needs to step into what's next. The pain you feel today is not a wall, it's a doorway. You are passing through something that is changing you forever. Sometimes God doesn't change your situation because He's using your situation to change you. You're learning to let go, to forgive, to trust, to love even when it hurts. You're learning that peace isn't found in the absence of pain, but in the presence of God amid it. And maybe, just maybe, this season is not about fixing anything. Maybe it's about forming you. Because if God gave you what you're praying for before He transformed you, you wouldn't be able to hold it. He's not denying your blessing, He's developing your capacity to carry it. There's something sacred about pain. It makes you authentic. It breaks the masks we wear and brings you face to face with who you truly are. It awakens compassion for others who suffer. It deepens your heart. It teaches you how to love from a place that's been broken and healed by God Himself. One day, someone will look at you and see strength. They'll see peace. They'll see light in your eyes. But they won't know the nights you cried yourself to sleep. They won't know the prayers that came out as groans. They won't know the pain it took to become this version of you. But God knows. And He smiles, because He sees that His masterpiece is taking form. Transformation doesn't happen in comfort, it happens in the crushing. When olives are crushed, oil flows. When grapes are pressed, wine is made. When you are pressed by life, something sacred is released from within you, your anointing, your purpose, your truth. You might not feel it yet, but you are being refined by the fire. You are being purified by the very things that tried to destroy you. Every disappointment is burning away fear. Every loss is teaching you faith. Every delay is cultivating patience. And one day, when you look back, you'll understand why it had to hurt. Because you can't learn trust without being forced to wait. You can't learn grace without falling. You can't learn strength without being stretched. God isn't just changing your circumstances, He's changing your character. He's molding you into someone who can stand firm when the storms come. Someone who knows peace even when everything around them shakes. Someone who can walk through the fire and not be burned. Pain makes you powerful because it awakens your dependence on the source of power. It teaches you that you were never meant to carry everything alone. It reminds you that your weakness is the doorway to divine strength. And even in your pain, heaven is cheering for you. Angels are guarding you. The Spirit of God is interceding for you with groans too deep for words. You are never alone, not for one moment. You may not understand the why, but you can trust the who. You can rest in the arms of the one who sees the end from the beginning. Because what looks like a breakdown is often a breakthrough in disguise. What looks like an ending is just a divine transition. The pain you feel is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of birth. You are giving birth to something new inside of you, a new level of faith, a new depth of peace, a new clarity of purpose. And just like birth, it's messy, it's painful, it's exhausting, but it's producing life. Don't despise this process. One day you'll thank God for it. You'll see that what He took from you was never meant to stay. You'll realize He replaced what was temporary with what is eternal. Every time you chose faith over fear, you grew. Every time you chose forgiveness over bitterness, you transformed. Every time you trusted God when nothing made sense, you stepped into the next layer of your destiny. The world might only see your smile, but heaven saw your struggle. Heaven saw the nights you felt like giving up but didn't. Heaven saw you hold on to hope even when everything around you told you not to. That's what transformation looks like. It's not glamorous, but it's sacred. And as you heal, you'll begin to realize that pain was never your enemy. It was your greatest teacher. It taught you how to pray deeper, to listen more closely, to walk humbly, and to love unconditionally. The same pain that once broke you will one day become your ministry. You'll use your scars to heal others. You'll speak life into hearts that are hurting the way you once did. You'll become the very proof that transformation is real. God will use your story as a mirror for others who have lost hope. They'll see in you the evidence that beauty can rise from ashes. That light can shine out of darkness. That pain doesn't have the final word, purpose does. And even now, in the middle of your process, you are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be. The fire you're walking through is refining you, not defining you. When God is silent, it doesn't mean He's gone, it means He's working. He's shifting things you can't see. He's aligning hearts, opening doors, removing obstacles. He's preparing a way where there was none. So, breathe. Rest. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep walking, one step at a time, one prayer at a time, one breath at a time. Because grace will meet you in every moment. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can say is simply, God, I trust you. Not because you understand, but because you know He's good. Because you've seen Him turn pain into peace before. Because you've felt His presence even in your tears. You've come too far to give up now. This pain won't last forever, but what it produces will. It's shaping your heart to carry more love, more patience, more wisdom. There will come a day when this chapter of pain will close, and you'll step into the fullness of joy. But until that day, keep walking in faith. Because every step you take in pain is a declaration that you trust God's promise. And the enemy will tremble every time you rise from your wounds, every time you choose worship over worry, every time you choose peace over panic. Because he knows pain is the place where God does His greatest work. Sometimes, transformation requires isolation. God will separate you so He can strengthen you. He'll remove people and distractions so He can reveal Himself more clearly. Don't mistake separation for rejection, it's protection. He's protecting your growth, your peace, your purpose. He's pruning your life like a gardener removes branches, not to hurt the tree, but to help it bear more fruit. That's what He's doing in you, cutting away what's no longer serving your future. So if doors are closing, let them close. If people are leaving, let them go. If things are falling apart, trust that they're actually falling into place. Because God never takes without giving back something greater. Your story isn't over. The pain is just the middle part, the part where the transformation happens. The middle always looks messy, but it's necessary. And when the transformation is done, when the process has completed its work, you'll emerge with wings you never thought possible. You'll fly over the very mountains you once cried beneath. You'll carry peace into places you once feared. God is making you stronger than the storm, wiser than your wounds, and braver than your battles. You're becoming unshakable because you've seen what it means to be broken and still believe. Even now, while you're still in the middle of it, heaven is writing your victory. Every test will turn into a testimony. Every scar will turn into a story of redemption. Every pain will become proof that God was present all along. So lift your head. Wipe your tears. The pain you feel is not forever, it's forming something eternal inside of you. You are not being punished. You are being polished. You are not being buried. You are being planted. You are not breaking down. You are breaking through. Because what's coming next will make sense of everything you've endured. The doors that will open, the peace that will flow, the strength that will rise, it will all be the evidence that your pain was never wasted. The same God who allowed the storm will be the one to still it. The same God who watched you fall will be the one to lift you higher. The same God who was silent in your pain will be loud in your victory. So keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. Keep your hope burning, even when the night feels endless. Because morning is coming, and with it, the light of transformation. You'll wake up one day and realize you're no longer the same person. The things that used to break you won't have power anymore. The fears that once held you will have faded. The pain that once controlled you will have become your greatest teacher. And in that moment, you'll see what God saw all along, that you were never being destroyed, you were being transformed. That every tear, every heartbreak, every waiting season was sculpting your soul into the image of grace itself. So let the pain do its work. Let it shape you, refine you, awaken you. Because this pain, it's the evidence that you are being made new. It's the sacred whisper of heaven saying, I'm not done with you yet. And when it's over, you'll understand that the pain you felt was not the end of your story, it was the beginning of your rebirth. You'll walk into your destiny carrying wisdom, love, and unshakable peace. Because through every trial, through every tear, through every moment of surrender, you are being transformed. And the proof of that transformation is not just in your healing, it's in your heart. It's in your strength. It's in your faith that still stands. You made it through the fire, and now you carry the light. You are living proof that pain does not destroy, it transforms. And even now, as you stand on the edge of your new beginning, you might still feel the echoes of the old pain. That's normal. Scars don't disappear overnight. They stay, not as reminders of what hurt you, but as proof of what healed you. Every scar carries a story, and every story carries power. The things that once made you weep are now the things that make you wise. The wounds that once weakened you are now the very marks of your strength. You see, healing doesn't mean forgetting, it means transforming the memory. It means looking back at what once broke you and realizing it no longer defines you. It means you can revisit the pain without reliving it. Because pain, once surrendered to God, loses its power to control you. You are walking evidence that God can turn suffering into strength. And if you're still in the middle of your pain, don't rush your process. Transformation isn't instant, it's sacred. It takes time to rebuild a soul, to rewire a heart, to learn to breathe again after breaking. So be gentle with yourself. You're not behind. You're blooming, one divine moment at a time. Sometimes the greatest transformation is happening in silence, in hidden places where no one sees. It's in the quiet moments when you whisper, God, I trust you, even though everything still hurts. It's in the stillness where your heart finally learns to rest instead of resist. That's where the Spirit moves, softly, deeply, quietly, transforming pain into purpose without you even realizing it. There's a new strength being born inside of you, a strength you didn't pray for but needed. You learned how to stand when the ground shook beneath you. You learned how to keep faith when nothing went your way. You learned how to breathe through heartbreak, and in doing so, you found the heartbeat of heaven itself. God is not only healing what hurt you, He's restoring what it tried to steal. He's giving you peace where there was once panic, wisdom where there was once confusion, and faith where there was once fear. This is the divine exchange that pain brings. You lose what was temporary and gain what is eternal. Every trial you've walked through was a training ground. Every disappointment was preparation for the glory that's coming. God never wastes pain, He weaves it into purpose. What looked like delay was actually development. What looked like loss was alignment. What looked like an ending was a redirection. And one day, the very things you're praying for will come to you. You'll stand in the middle of answered prayers, and you'll understand why God made you wait. You'll thank Him for every no, every closed door, every heartbreak, because you'll see that it all led you here. The pain you feel is the evidence that something divine is shifting. It's the sound of old versions of you falling away. It's the sound of growth. And growth is never quiet. It stretches, it aches, it asks you to leave behind comfort for calling. Maybe that's why it's been so hard, because you're not meant to go back. You're not meant to fit where you used to belong. You've outgrown that version of you. God is calling you into something higher, something holier, something new. Transformation means resurrection. It means rising from what tried to bury you. It means realizing that even the pain had purpose. And when you rise, you'll rise with power, not bitterness. You'll rise with peace, not pride. You'll rise with gratitude for everything that shaped you. And when others ask how you made it, you'll smile and simply say, grace. Because grace carried you through the fire. Grace held you in the waiting. Grace whispered hope when your heart was weary. And that same grace will carry you into your new season. This is not the end. This is not where your story stops. This is the part where everything starts to make sense. You are being positioned for something you prayed for long ago. You are being equipped for battles you haven't even seen yet. You are being filled with wisdom for people you'll one day help heal. The pain you feel is not just transforming you, it's transforming everything around you. Your energy is shifting. Your spirit is aligning. The more you heal, the more heaven flows through you. You're becoming a vessel of light in a world that's forgotten how to shine. So keep going. Keep trusting. Keep believing that God knows what He's doing, even when it hurts. Because this pain, this sacred, refining, transforming pain, is leading you somewhere beautiful. It's not here to stay, it's here to shape.